This is what's left of my incredible sun. There's 3 of these. I'm in a dark place today. I'm not feeling well, and and sometimes when the combination of if I don't feel if I feel sick, I haven't been had a cold in a while, but I know what I get. I know what I'm like, and the combination of feeling sick and being very angry. I think that's the emotion. I mean, sometimes I'm sad or I cry, but it's not pure cry. It's not pure sad. It's sad mixed with hate, with rage, with anger, sorrow, regret, shame, disgust, horror. You know, just the horror of this bullshit. I probably precipitated by me looking at a bunch of videos and pictures of my son. I'm going to get my coffee. I'll be right back. Yeah, so uh, I started reading a book about grieving dads, and yeah, there's a lot there that I see in myself, like the the despair, how it's I say taken the wind out of my sails, but it had a different way of putting it. Um, I told my wife that it felt like Forrest had shot my heart out, just boom. These little videos are of him, like I would say, like when you're working on the bag, send me a video and I want to see what you're doing. And that's what he would do. He'd put his camera on the floor, he'd hit the bag for 2 minutes, he'd send that to me, or he'd be sparring with a friend. I used to go down there to he lived in Atlanta to go to school, near Atlanta, in the heroin junkie infested northern suburbs of Atlanta. Oh, um, so the stripper that, or at least my son told me she was a stripper, who I thought was 30, who I believed had, kind of turned my son to this idea, turned out to be 22, same age as him, 23. Uh, I called her today, or I texted, and a girl texted me back, but it wasn't her. She sent me a picture and said she was sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am, for your loss. People assume that maybe this level of grief only comes from moms or women, but it doesn't. Fathers are. This is the basis of this book, but I don't care. We all grieve. I'm looking at the men and the women; they're all the same. If you got to be stoic or walk around, I don't know. It's yes, there's cultural things about grieving and all that stuff, but I do not feel myself inhibited, so I can't you know, I can't jockey behind that position as a problem. It's not. I'm fully grieving. I'm fully experiencing my emotions. There's a few people that could have blown the whistle on my son, and for whatever reason they didn't. They thought that he could handle it or pull it together. He was his own guy, or I don't know what they thought. 3 people, and I will never forgive them. I also told them that it wasn't their fault or their responsibility. But now looking back, I don't know if I feel that way. One little email, text, or phone call could have changed this. I don't think my son was destined to be a junkie all his life, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you're a junkie forever. You're just never, ever, ever, ever going to get over it. You're going to stop and start until you kill yourself, and that's just what we have to accept, that as soon as you try it the first time, we have to say, fuck you, goodbye. Master school. My son was in a private school where this shit was going on. In the dorms. Is it their fault? I don't know. Is it their responsibility? Maybe a little bit, to know what their live-in students are up to. It's so too late for any of that. And where Forrest and I got was like, hey, we're here, we're alive, we're healthy, we're happy. It's so awesome to be alive and to be doing the things. I mean, we are privileged to be doing the things that we're doing. And we also insist that we have that level of experience of life. Forrest was better than me. So, I don't know. What are all the ways that I fucked him up? I married his mother. Didn't want to. It was a nightmare. I tried to make the best of it. I completely made some fucked up decisions, but I tried to make it right. And the love I feel and felt was so powerful and so happy that the past didn't matter anymore. It was like we were so psyched about the future. And lastly, I can't help feeling that I just got played by my own son, deceived and played. And to what end? What does that mean, played? It means taken advantage of, used, deceived for the purpose of deflecting my attention from away from something that could kill him. He didn't want to. My last little thought is, in my research on grieving, there is a segment of the population that believes that they will see their loved one again. And this is publicized, as part of some of these websites and concepts that and it must be horrible for an accidental death of a child, a 3, 4, 10-year-old child who gets killed in a car accident. Yeah, I'd want to see my child again. I just don't believe anyone will. You got this time to be constituted as this physical entity. If you fuck it up or you kill yourself, you're out. If there's another round or you end up in some sort of paradise of whatever religious nonsense you believe in, I guess you'll find out. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. This is what matters. How you live your life. The integrity. And I mean, we all slip, we all fall, we all make mistakes. And Forrest's computer, which is right under my desk, there's pictures of him holding up baggies and shit like that he sent to his girlfriend. Like, I'm throwing this out. And, you know, pictures of him he must have taken when he was high. He was all fucked up. Like, you know, what the fuck? I guess he was just trying to find out who's inside. Who's inside there? Nobody anymore. If you saw the pictures of my son, the videos of him fighting and working out, the fight ones are really exciting, but the workout ones display and they tell you more about him. Because you see his dedication. I don't know. Sometimes I think like, yeah, I got him into the guitar and I got him into martial arts. Those were like things I did, and maybe I just pushed too hard, tried to make him. But I was aware of that. I you know, again, no one will answer that. No one can answer that. He took that stuff on himself. I hate heroin. I hate junkies. It's not compassion, it's hate. I fucking hate you. Dealers, I hate you. But if you're stupid enough to buy into this, then you deserve to die. I saw a couple of junkies on the subway yesterday, nodding off. Hood, guy in a hood. I thought like, oh, who's under the hood? Finally, the hood came off. It looked like Forrest. It. It must be worth it. I hope it's worth it.